Let's go bro.
Still, the
Game
Alice is
kedua.
one thing that Aurora
Onic
needs to watch out
versus
for.
Aurora,
For Onic, they just have to make
Philippines.
sure that they win center
Match
and make
point
sure
ya
that they can
buat
stop
Onic.
Domikai from farming. Quite simple
Kita lihat
objectives.
aja, guys, ya.
Actually, it's not one of those easier said than done scenarios. It's doable.
We'll see if it's doable or not here. I'm hoping we go to a game 3, man, because it's been electric inside the MPL Philippine Arena, but it's also, we've had a week of sweeps. We need a 3-game series here, and let's see if Aurora can take us to a game 3.
Yep. This is a scenario for an Alice that's not as worrisome. There's no pure burst damage to expect just yet, especially considering the early objective fights, even though we're looking at potentially 2 scaling sides. Oh, a spotlight here. Look at
Pretty aggressive.
Onic's rotation, yeah. Wow. Oh, that's a spatial migration though! And not the kind of start that you want if you're an Alice.
Yeah. Oh, not the target he was looking for.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to take 2 camps? I don't know. Demonkai gets that. Very expensive start, but they got 1 camp, but they ended up giving a kill that ended up just evening things out.
Yeah, okay, interesting. I'm surprised that ended up happening that early because it seemed like they were kind of waiting also for the rotate to happen. Like they were setting things up, but then they got forced into a fight that they just had to take. So it opts into a first blood, and it goes in the hands of Edward again, just like in game 1, where he was able to go ahead and get that early first blood. We'll see how this plays out, though. Again, an early first blood at this point in the game. Not too crazy of a lead or anything like that, but it will definitely play into the first turtle.
Oh, they're going to fight over this.
Constant invading. Oh.
Ah.
He committed retry for it. He knows it's going to be a while until they're going to have to use their retributions for the turtle. Go up top. Doesn't look like he'll need to completely rush trying to get to the turtle. Demonkite isn't even level 4 yet, so he knew that he could commit that because Demonkite won't have his retry ready. Or level 4 ready, excuse me, for the first turtle. They have time.
Oh. And if Kirk denies this, he did. Wait, he actually did.
Yeah. Good deny by Kirk.
That's it on the crap. Oh man, it's 2 games in a row now where the river is all purely Onic controlled.
Yeah, at most you see light, but without any help, there's not much he can do. King Kong's just gonna burst down this objective. Look, even Savero made himself present in this, assuming a supposed fight, but it didn't even happen.
Yeah, it's expanding rivers too, so and he's got a way to kind of get back to the lane pretty quickly. So Savero won't lose too much off of that, but ultimately gets them the objective for Onic. And you know, Aurora, because of the delay that they had on a couple of their members in this composition, they weren't able to actually contest it. So that'll just mean they've got some time to go ahead and prep up for the second turtle. He's holding on to the previous fighter here, but yeah, there's still it's a battle within the jungle right now.
Yeah, King Kong invades, steals an orange. King Kong, Brusco and Fritz are non-stop. It's the same game plan from when they went up against AP Bren.
Yeah, look, I mean, Light just got his level 4.
Yeah, they're being proactive with how they're stealing away camps. They're not just like defaulting into clearing their own sides. They're being aggressive early on, contesting golems, contesting beetles, forcing resources out, which increases the chances that King Kong is actually going to be able to invade while Aurora are trying to regain a bit more farm for Demonkai opposite map. Yeah. King Kong goes to the bottom side, stakes orange and even more camps.
This is that speed that Onic has been playing at that we've been highlighting here, and they're doing exactly that in this part of the game. When you see a game like this start off and there's, you know, not a bunch of kills, but what's happening is just stealing resources across the map and where they can, and right now that's been Onic Philippines.
Yeah, and Savero even added more to the vision tracking against Aurora. He just popped the Mountain Shocker, gets the vision, and now Onic can confidently do this. Demonkite still keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah.
I have to punish Onic.
Oh, that's another one from Brusco. Now Demonkite. Oh,
he's got a heal
that actually caught him. Demonkite, he could barely even farm. And he even is about to lose his purple buff. Onic are just not allowing them to take the early game they want.
Manhandling the river.
Yeah.
Manhandling them in the center.
Brusco. Oh, Brusco, don't tell me he's actually able to get the kill. Quick Sandguard makes it in time.
With the warning shot charged up. Yeah. But I think they're still going to try to put pressure on Dominkite here. They might stay a little bit too long. Meanwhile, the turtle was taken by King Kong.
Yeah. I kind of get now why Savero was still trying to hold on to that.
Yeah.
He knew he needed to help Brusco there. If ever Domikite played the aggressive
Nhiều
move,
ấy nha.
that would have been either a trade or just Domikite going down to 2. So now with the 1,000 gold lead for Onic, 2 turtles, if they can keep up this river control, then it's going to be a long time until Aurora can actually find a way to come back through this. But we mentioned earlier the possibility that Onic are baiting out the Juicing pick. Yue bit the bait and
Oh, the poke.
Okay, it lands
Wait,
onto Brusco,
wait.
but does he have the
Come
quick
on.
sand guard? He's brought
Brusco.
But look at Kirk with that throw to ruin. Edward jumping in, Bravest Fighter, Life Shaker on 2. Demon Kite still able to escape. It's only just Brusco who went down. There's no trade for
Super
Onic.
Prince,
Oh,
Super
man,
Prince.
Kirk.
Oh, never mind, they take it back. That was close. Super Prince.
Super Prince going for a play. I mean, he still has a flicker, too,
Yeah.
so it's like he could have pressed a little bit more, but man,
Yeah.
what initiation and a response to help Brusco out.
yeah.
Oh, Savero.
Oh, set Savero.
That's probably going to force back Savero, but Savero knows that if he goes back, he needs to pop the regen here, because that's going to be a lot of resources lost for him. Brusco is here to help him out.
Oh, and there's a
Goes forward.
response, though, too.
Dominic with the no! And the flicker yet
Okay.
again! How many
Here's Demon
times is he able to do that? But Demon Kite with the response, spatial migration by Liquid Queen! Savero gets taken
Savero.
out!
Yeah, Demon Kai showed himself in the river when Brusco already left, so there was no information for Onic Philippines that Demon Cat was actually in the river on his way up top.
That was a great response. They had to get something. So good reply from Aurora. Seeing the pressure being put on that side of the map. Now, we'll see if they're actually able to contest this turtle coming up here in a couple
Ping
seconds.
pong, ping
I don't know.
pong.
They're not too far behind, but it's just, it feels like Aurora has been trying to catch their breath and catch up to that pace that Onic Philippines set here.
Yeah.
But they are in position to
can
go
fight
ahead
this.
and start this turtle up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Demon Cat has Feather of Heaven.
Yeah, Edward's here too. Super Prince has the Crimson Beacon. May just go for the engage line. Oh! King Kong actually wins that red tree
King
battle.
Kong, King
Super
Kong.
Prince, just look at the amount of pokes he's able to throw out, and they're not even gonna force a fight.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise. 3-level gap, 2-level gap at that time, so
Yeah.
easy win there for King Kong to just go in. You saw Aurora was trying to blitz it as fast as possible. Up top, Savero gets shadowed by Super Prince to help him out. That tower is about to go down.
It's just one hit.
There are multiple members up here, but they're not going to get it just yet. Good, again, defensive play there from Aurora, positioning up top, but they'll ultimately have to let it go as Savero's going to get that tier 1 turret. Onic looks to want to put some pressure here, at least on this side of the map, while King Kong does his thing on the bottom side.
Super Prince
Super Prince, oh,
nya.
he's going to get the beacon.
Whoa! That was such a quick response from Super Prince using the copied Crimson Beacon.
Yeah, and remember, Valentina with the Crimson Beacon is deadly because she also has access to her own dashes as a Valentina
Yep.
to help reposition herself.
Yeah, you sometimes you think, man, she flickered. Well, no, she just dashed.
And she still
Kong,
has the
King
flicker,
Kong.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's one of the things that, and that amount of time that they bought there allowed Savero to continue to push up top. So this, if you notice this whole game, it's a war of attrition, really. Like, they're just finding things, these little steps around the map, these little resources and pushes, and it's all compounding at this point for Onic Philippines. So Aurora now holding on to the tier 2 up this top side of the map. Let's take a look at the items real quick before potentially
King
King Kong. Is he
Kong.
gonna always go for you?
Yep. There's no way.
Yeah, he's got the beacon.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
okay, he's fine.
With the regen as well, I think the
You
Braves
way,
might
you
help
way.
him out. Okay, glowing wands for both mid laners, 5.8k to 4.75k.
Ooh. Edward actually used the Bravest Fighter just to
Yeah,
try and
ooh,
defend this
sector.
tier 2 with the set, but it's
Oh,
Demon
Demon
Kite finding a target. That's gonna be Brusco going down, but look at the response from Onic. They fight Demon Kite just the same. Grab 2 onto Kirk, but he
Gila,
himself
buset,
puts
Kirk,
himself
yeah.
forward. Now that's gonna be a kill for Yue, and Onic might not want to fight anymore.
Good response again from Aurora. They're finding these little windows of clapping back to Onic Philippines. They got to keep it up, though,
Yeah.
to get themselves in position for the Lord.
It's going to be
Demon
through the team
Kite.
fight, so a lot of the things that Onic have done early on, still the benefit is Demon Kite is 3 levels behind King Kong. So when it comes to 50-50 Lord Retribution battles, that's not a
Savero.
50-50.
Wow, Savero
No,
actually took on this
no.
fight, but
Hampir aja, Bang.
Dominic
Wah itu kalau
He just
mati
knows
sih
how to
FJP
calculate
seminggu bang.
these fights.
Yeah, good try there by Savero. Dahlman gets away, flicker out of the Harith. If ever Aurora want to go 5v5 for this Lord, it's not going to be an easy time there. There's going to need to be Amazing timing by the main crowd control that Aurora has, which is
Brusco.
actually through 4 members of them. So they
Yeah.
might just be able to crowd control long enough for them to regain through the damage department of Dom and Kite.
Well, let's see if they're able to do it, because they really have to get a position. Now that this Lord is up, it looks like Aurora is ready to rock and roll here.
Yeah.
So they're fighting for space. King Kong will pick up a Divine Glaive. Again, he's already popping off a ton of damage, but now that he's got this Divine
Ngeri
Glaive,
juga,
there's
bro, ya.
potential for him to just actually burst someone down enough.
Okay.
Aurora will start up the Lord, but no full commit yet. This is going to be everyone included.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, wow.
look at King Kong actually finds the way to and he touches the Land Shaker too. Now
Alamak,
Kirk trying to go for
Kirk.
counter set, doesn't find anyone. But there comes Brusco, and he's the one who's actually able to set it up for Onic. But then Light
Guard.
also trying to find a grab, finds Brusco. They're gonna bring a fight under the
Ngeri
turret.
juga,
But
bro, ya.
Kirk's able to take himself out.
King Kong.
And King Kong yet again finds another one.
He waited for the moment, and as I said, he had the Divine Glaive, so he's got the damage, and now they've got the Lord here for Onic Philippines.
So it's so annoying for Aurora because they are winning, getting trades,
King
getting
Kong, King
kills,
Kong.
but there's always more members of Onic alive. King Kong gets the Lord. Demon Kite is only level 12. King Kong is level 15.
Yep.
And Aurora are doing everything they can to hold on to their mid tower, which will most likely fall with the next big push. Lord is marching out through top. Kirk is helping out the flow down in the bottom wave. And Super Friends is just spamming TPs on the Golem.
Yep, well, right now they're going to be playing into this Lord push.
Yeah, I recall seeing Kirk do that against Demon Kite for the first few minutes, and now that they're about to go for the Lord Siege.
Yeah, Kirk has Flicker. He can go for a big set with Throne Ruin if ever.
Oh, they might even get trapped under the turret.
Oh,
They're
no.
not careful here.
Yeah, they don't have a minion wave to push with though. But
Yeah.
because of the minion waves, the Lord coming up top, the minion waves is going to be ushered in down bottom. Onic, their main goal now is to, well, pop the Holy Shield here at the bot. But if they can't, then they just get the second tower, reset a bit, and see if they find someone in Aurora overstepping.
And we'll see Brusco in position. King Kong gonna throw out the deadly magic on UA. UA will be fine. He was positioned well. A conceal's gonna be used though.
Yeah.
Lord will charge up on the top turret. Waves are cleared in mid. They might potentially just go for the top.
Okay. Brusco doesn't have his flicker though, but all they need is a bit more space so they get to work on that base turret.
Aurora took their sweet time being able to take down the Lord up top. So not only did they get the second tower on it, they even got the base turret up top. This is going to be a tough hill to climb now for Aurora. Dom and Kite, I think we have to item check on him. He is just up to a Feather of Heaven. The Holy Crystal third item is not there yet. A Feather of Heaven has Starlium Scythe. He's just waiting for the
Holy Crystal, yeah.
Holy Crystal. Once he has that, they should be good to go. But Radiant Armor, Oracle, Dominance, Ice for Kirk. Alice is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Radiant Armor as well. And Chastise Pauldron for Brusco's Khalid. A lot of utility defensive items here that's nerfing Aaron.
man.
Look at all the offensive items being picked up right now though for Onic.
Yeah, Holy Crystal for King Kong, Divine Glaive for Super Prince. This is going to be
Yeah.
really tough for Aurora. Onic can just keep this up.
Yeah, because Savero also got to see Halbert himself. So, you know, this is one of the things, again, where you're fighting against the item advantage that Onic Philippines has. And so Aurora, in this case, they're not as far behind as they were in Game 1. This is definitely still winnable in terms of some of the team fights, but it's more so of worrying, number one, about where King Kong is. And that also makes it a little bit more difficult for UA because he's really the target. And it can even be, in a sense, Demon Kite. If they just get Demon Kite low enough with the deadly magic and the amount of damage that comes out from King Kong alone, then he's not really able there to contest the objective, and that's a big problem for Aurora.
Yeah, I think even Light, like Light, those members you expect to be able to be a bit more upfront, can't even put themselves in such a position most of the time.
Good check there by Demon Kite.
I think he's going to go, he's going to try to potentially get a deadly magic off here. He's going to start up the Lord. They've already got the information.
Oh.
Brusco rolling around too. Kirk will spot out.
Demon Kite.
Gets out with a gleam. Half health on the Lord here. They're in the space.
Oh, Light down to half HP. King Kong again from the side, finding you. At least he doesn't use the Crimson Beacon just yet, but they're all very low.
They're just pushing him off the Lord.
Onic doing such a great job at zoning out everyone, and now Kirk finds the stun on two with the Throne of through it. Edward using the land shaker to just
King
stop him
Kong,
momentarily.
King Kong.
There's a spatial migration. They want to prevent Onic from pushing any further.
Yeah, Onic was using their Lord Wave up top, waiting for the perfect time. When they saw that Aurora are gonna be forced to go back and help clear that minion wave up top, that's when they pulled the trigger and went for the fight. Onic has been perfect, not just this game, not just this series, this entire week,
Menit
with how
15
they've been
guys, ya.
controlling teams that
Onic
love to take
udah
control of the
menang
center.
7.000
Yeah,
guys.
this
Gila banget.
entire...
Oh, Prince is feeling it.
Yeah, Brusco's feeling it too! Just look at how well they are able to coordinate, but Kirk, though, might just get punished. This time around, Edward, too, with a spectacular zoning onto the back lines. Now Kirk finally
Edward
falls,
nanti
but
siap-siap.
Edward, too, might just go down! That's both EXP laners taken out!
Oh, the shots here, and now the eyes are set on the mid lane turret. Onic might just get this and disengage. They don't want to get a little overzealous. They've already lost Kirk. Ooh, the King Kong. He's waiting. He's got the deadly magic again. Do they still put the pressure? Light?
He sees Light slow, but he's gonna be okay.
Yeah, Aurora will survive for another Lord attempt. Demoncat is already level 15, so it's going to be an even battle in terms of just the retribution threshold, but Onic still have majority control of the map, and they have a lot of damage to go along with it.
Ooh.
Oh, they
Yeah, yeah, okay,
Ooh,
Dominkite has a lot of
fainted.
damage, but King Kong,
he's got it.
but if King Kong finds him, that Salmon Force is gonna be cut short.
Yeah, that's going to be game if Dominkite goes down. So Aurora now are going to be playing through that Harith. Onic with a 6,000 gold lead, and it has been all Onic this game, this series.
I think I'm looking at the items here. Exactly what you said earlier. Is Dominkite last item? Is he going for
Winter Crown, probably.
Winter Crown? Yeah, just so he has that survivability, because they've already got the 2 Winter Crowns locked in, and they need that for the team contest here once this Lord comes up.
Yeah, because damage is not a problem for him. He has a damage. It's just if ever the deadly magics are on him, he could just pop the Winter Crown to help negate the damage that's supposed to hit him.
Yeah. King Kong, that's why I said, is one of the thorns in the side right now of Aurora. He's been playing really up front in these bushes in their jungle, and he's allowed to do that because he's a Harley and he can just kind of get out very quickly. Savero will spot the members of Aurora out with that Mountain Shocker.
So the deceptive thing about this is actually a much closer game in terms of items in gold. It's only a 6,000 gold lead. At this point of the game, that's actually not much because Aurora has the items they need to turn things around.
Yep.
The item advantage that Onic has is just little things like this. Super Friends having a Holy Crystal, that maybe that little extra damage that they can pump out is going to be their advantage. They also have the map, so Onic now know that they have to get this Lord if they want to end it here, because if Aurora get it, now it's going to be a big turnaround.
They might just try to bait Aurora into a fight.
Yeah.
Instead of committing to this Lord here and just seeing if they can just outmaneuver them and out-firepower them, really. Lights up front, Edward too. They might try to zone.
That was a conceal I heard, but it's Aurora who starts things first! Kirk once again though with the Throne of Ruin. He stunned so much people, but then Demonkite finds the objective, but is it gonna be enough? Because Onic are going for the chase. They actually find Light. He will fall down next. Oh no, he actually walks away! But Demonkite doesn't get to escape it. Kirk chasing after Light, and now it's Dominkite up against 3. Pop the immortality from Savero, Traceless out to safety, but Dominkite's holding on!
Dominkite and UI, but here King Kong jumps back in. They just have to deal with the Lord. Kirk is still chasing down Light.
Yeah, the buy and sell of Savero kept him alive here. They stopped the Lord from launching out. They have minion waves at the bottom. And Kirk still can't kill the glue. He's holding.
Patrick!
Okay, catch the Patrick! Hit that Patrick!
Lama banget itu.
He's still alive! Okay, that was okay.
Oh, Light, you
Wait.
did what you could do. That is about as much time as you can
I
buy.
thought he had immortality, but
Did he sell it?
I think he
sell it?
sold it, yeah. I think he sold it.
Yeah, so that he can still have it back, so
Yeah.
that it doesn't get
Ngeri
wasted.
juga,
Because he
Bang.
knew he'd die anyway.
Yeah, he accepted that he's gonna die anyway. The immortality would have been a waste if he popped it. He bought and sold it, right?
Yeah, he had immortality.
Yeah,
He had immortality.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sure I saw one.
But I think it was the call of, okay, we're not going to be able to stall this out a little more. Light is still gone, so they're going to put pressure on the mid turret of the base.
Oh,
God.
No!
Whoa! Edward!
That was a bravest fighter that was clearly baited out by Onic.
Man, I don't know. I guess you just don't bring a sword to a magic fight, I guess.
Okay, at least Light is back.
That's true.
Oh, Light's back, but
And
sliver of health.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
One hit.
I'm surprised. Oh. Even Bruce Go Supervisor showing like we just take it down. There you go.
Not
Like,
anymore.
let's just get it. Yeah. They're gonna get all these base turrets down and then they'll just reset.
Okay. Fighting three, Winter Crown already forced out of Dominkite. That's Zaman forced to as a response. They're trying to take down Kirk first.
Oh, wow.
But then Savero, King Kong, they're all landing their skills. Aurora have to run away and regen for now.
Yeah, they'll back off. Oh, Kirk, yeah, he's got the gleam. He also just picked up a Winter Crown. So they went for the base turrets. They got him.
Onic left just at the right time. They knew that they couldn't force the issue with trying to end it. It would have been way too risky. So they're going to play for the Lord instead. They still have all their first-tier towers up.
First-tier tower is up. Let's see exactly what's going to happen here. This Lord is crucial. It's evolved, and they're getting in position.
Wow. That's a
high heart rate right now.
And Savero.
Oh, Edward jumps in again.
Okay, we're trying to start things up. Oh, but they get caught in the bounce! Now Kirk too with the Road of Ruin again. Super Friends not getting any ultimate just yet.
Yeah, and Aurora are going to be forced back because of the minion wave up top. Pressuring, Edward is here to defend 5 versus 4 for the Lord and Onic.
Conceal already used up for Light. Kirk zoning out 3. Onic just trying to work on the Lord. Now Kirk, he stands up front.
Oh, Demon Kite has to go back.
Violet Requiem already. There's nothing left for Aurora to contest.
You see, that happened there. Just get Demon Kite low enough, even Edward in the first, and then we know we have this controlled and secured. Now with the base all exposed, Aurora's gonna have to have a defense of a lifetime to withstand this push at the 21-minute mark now for Onic Philippines.
Okay, concentrated energy for King Kong. Winter Crown again for Savero. I don't think he'll have the immortality back, but let's see. Edward has been trying to catch this King Kong, Harley, and anyone else, but King Kong's way too fast and slippery for him. Lord marching in. Aurora has the tools, but Onic has the advantage in terms of just a little bit more damage that they can pump and a little bit more that they can take.
See how they do it. They delay the waves the best they can. Sink it with the Lord. Kirk will take some shots. King Kong.
Dominkite already very low. That's a deadly magic already used. Light trying to find a grab. He might not find any. Finally does on Kirk though, but Kirk has the Winter Crown. Savero too, getting out from danger. Dominkite being the first to fall. Is not looking good for Aurora. And Onic.
Gila juara M6 ya, juara M6 menggila bro ya. Juara M7 nya harus dibantai bro. Asli kah guys? Asli kah ini? Asli orang asli. Jadi guys.